Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Virgo, for your meditative session, you guys got Ladybug. This is a time of good fortune and abundance, so be willing to receive all the good things in your life. I really heard like all your prayers have been answered, Virgo. All your prayers have been answered. So whatever it is that you have been trying to manifest, whatever it is that, I think it's, when they say prayers, I really saw someone kind of, like I felt like distress, right? It's like, I don't know the state that you were in when you prayed for these things or you asked for these things, but I felt this kind of desperation and the sadness when you were doing it. And that's not really the energy to manifest, obviously, in, but I feel like what I'm trying to say is that I understand what this good fortune means to you. Whatever's coming, I get it. You know, it hasn't been easy, and I don't even think it's easy for you to ask for help sometimes. And then I think the fact that you're just trying to believe in someone and something bigger than yourself that can help you, you know, it's like, I'll take that then. You know what I mean? So I'll just, you know, do whatever it is that I have to do to move my life forward. And I feel like that's what this is about. It's like all those good things are coming to you, Virgo. And it's like everything has been seen, you know, all the struggle and all the pain and all, you know, everything that you've gone through, it's been seen. It's like been noted and everything, you know, but at the same time, it's like you're not going to even remember that when all this good shit comes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they've seen you suffering, but they've also just, they want you to know that they've seen you like suffer, and they recognize that and they see it, and it's not like you've been alone, you know? But at the same time, they want you to kind of amp up your energy because this good shit's coming in for you. You know what I mean? And it's like you have to believe it as well, right? A big part of manifesting is believing it and keeping that space for it. And I think it's just more of like them again saying like, we're answering whatever it is that you were asking for, like we're here for you. So yeah, Virgo, let's pull some cards. So Virgo, we have the Emperor and the Empress out here, right? And what's really good about this reading is that we have a lot of movement. We have a lot of movement, even though I think that there has been a lot of blockages. There has been a lot of shit, you know, that has gone on, right? And it's not been easy, and there's been a lot going on. I could feel like a lot of like the energy feels hectic, right? And I see a lot of fire energy, right? Like especially in the very beginning, like all this fire energy, right? So I think that maybe, Virgo, you've been dealing with a fire sign because we have this King of Fire in reverse, right? And I feel like this person at one point in time, it's like there's always been something in the way, right? And now it feels like there's like this higher power taking over. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, remember when I said it's like prayers, it's like specifically prayers. And if you see this hand, right, this is like the hand that the Pope does. I don't know if you guys know, it's like the Benedictine, whatever, they go like this, right, the sign of the cross. And that's what I'm saying. It seems very authoritative, right? Like wherever this is coming from, like this this good fortune for you, Virgo, it seems like it's coming from a higher power, right? It's like it's kind of like, you know, you've paid your debts and now you have, you know, what goes down must come up. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what's coming. It's like, it's the come up now. But they're bringing a lot of past energy into this read to explain to you, I think it's to explain to you a little bit about this person, and to also explain to you a little bit about how the journey, again, you have to understand the ebb and flow, right? And life is about how you get through those tough times, right? Because I know that, you know, when you're up, you never feel like you can go back down. You know what I mean? You never like think of the down, but then the down happens, the fall happens, and then, you know, you're left to pick up pieces, right? And I feel like life will always have this down. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like it will always have this low and this high and this low and this high. It can never be completely static. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's something they want you to know, because again, they're offering you, like, this higher power is giving you this good fortune now, right? But it's also come with work. It's also come with getting through the low, right? So I don't know why they want me to tell you that, like, to remember the low, because I think this low was very important for you, Virgo. Like, I think this low, it really built your character. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, it really did, right? Whatever low just happened, it was very significant in your life. Maybe it was the lowest low, but at that same time, maybe it's when you learned the most. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like the divine has to do things a certain way to get us to learn a lesson. And maybe that's the low that you needed to, like, learn whatever, you know what I mean, to get you on the right path. So again, just understand that it's now, I just keep feeling like the divine here with this card, like they're the ones granting this, but it's because you're ready. And I think someone else might be ready too. And I think that's why all this is happening. And it's like, it's kind of reminding me of divine order, right? And like the divine masculine and the divine feminine, right, are in balance now. It's like all the shit had to happen because both of you were imbalanced. Do you know what I'm saying? Both of you guys were, I don't even think it's just one person. I mean, we have the Emperor here in reverse twice. The Emperor in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. So it could be mainly, you know, also to get this partner in alignment as well, right? It's like, it's not only you that had to get into alignment, it was someone else. So I feel like both of you guys have been going through periods of struggle, and I think both of you kind of are like, what's the deal at this point? But what they're saying is like, this is what had to happen to get everything in order and everything aligned. And it had mostly to do with you two, to be honest. With the emotions and the intellect and the masculine and the feminine, it's like, it seems that someone was kind of neglecting, or both of you were neglecting your feminine side, right? Or, you know, there's different points in the journey, so I don't know when was which and what happened when, but I do know that you guys have this like the reason that this happened and it was such a low was because it had to get you two in order. That's what I keep hearing. Like, it had to get you two in the right way. Like, you both were not headed in the right, like, in right directions. Do you know what I'm saying? And you weren't headed in the path together. Like, you weren't going to head towards each other the way you were going. You guys, it was like a battle. See all this, like, wand energy? It feels just like, you know, again, this hectic energy, right? There's no peace here because there's so many things that have to be learned. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, wherever you're coming from, the reason that it was like this was to balance the both of you out. And it wasn't just one of you, it was both of you. So I feel like someone here wants to say like it was one person. No, it was both of you, right? It was both of you. At one point, it could be you and the masculine side, and at one point, it could be your feminine side. Same for them. Like, there's just this energy of needing to align yourselves, and it was a lot of work. Like, it was a lot of work. It's like, now that this has happened, we can now we can move forward. So that's what they're trying to kind of say here. It's like, this all happened for a reason. And what's interesting here is that I think it could be the reason that this person is in reverse, or the reason that they want to come out of reverse, right? But there's something here that I really like about this King of Fire, because even though he's in reverse, the integrity card is underneath it, right? So this could be the Empress that's always been in their integrity, whereas this masculine has not. But again, I want to keep reiterating that it was both of you guys that had to be aligned, whatever that means. Maybe the masculine was struggling, at one point, but you were struggling as well. If you're the masculine, then the feminine was struggling as well. It's again, I see a soulmate, right, with these 2 11s. I see the Emperor and the Empress. I see the 2 of Cups. So I see the Ace of Cups. So I understand, like, there's no pointing fingers here. That's what I want to say. There's no pointing fingers at like who is who and what happened with who. It's like both of you needed alignment. Both of you need alignment. I don't know why I have to keep saying that. It's not one of you, it's both of you. So now I see the integrity, right? And it could be this masculine who's now in integrity and this feminine that's now in integrity as well. I think it's both people, right? Because I feel like the Empress is coming up upright, right? And I feel like this is under the masculine. So it could be for both of you. You guys had to learn a lesson, and maybe there's a lot of manipulation in this, like in the past between you and this person. Maybe you two don't even know each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe you guys are just about to get onto each other's path and timeline. But the reason that it took this long is because you two had to learn your lessons. Do you know what I'm saying? You had to become aligned. You had to align the feminine and the masculine part. And now we're in feminine season, and it's interesting how, the emotions card is at the end, right? Like that feminine aspect, that love, right? The cup. And it's interesting how, like, that's the last thing, because I feel like this divine feminine season is really helping a lot of people step into their heart space and step into that like divine feminine energy, so that people can like keep moving. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a really beautiful energy that the integrity card is here, because I feel like, again, people want to correct themselves. People are correcting themselves. And I feel like that's what's going on with this masculine. It's like a correction, right? And why are they doing this? For love, right? With this 2 of Cups. Like, why maybe they became, a little bit manipulative. Why did they become unbalanced? Maybe it was for love, but maybe for love they want to like also change, right? It's like both things. You see how funny life is? It's like, for love I can become the shadiest person on the planet, right? Like from a broken heart, but from love I can also become like the most loved and like beautiful person when someone loves me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's this duality and this, we're just talking about love, right? And how either it can go good or it could go bad, but how like thin that line is, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a thin line. And I think it's just very interesting, because now I see like there's no blockages, right? The blockages card is in reverse. The blockages card is in reverse. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, now is the green light, right? Now is that green light. Like that's what I'm saying. It's divine ordered. Like, this is meant to happen this way, right? So with this journey in reverse, right? I feel like this is like saying that even though there might have been blockages, right? And there may have been someone who wasn't seeing, I think this is someone not seeing the light in the dark within someone else, right? Because you see with the journey card, there is the light and there is the dark. And remember how in the beginning I kept saying like the journey is down and the journey is up, and the journey is low and the journey is high. The journey is an ebb and flow. The journey is the dark and the light, right? It's like, that's something that I think maybe this masculine did not understand, right? Because the Chariot is coming up like clarifying this journey card. So I feel like for a long time, again, I don't want to point the finger at the masculine. Both of you guys had to do work, please. Like, it could have been your side, your divine masculine side. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like this person or this energy, right? They didn't understand the light and the dark. They couldn't understand how someone could be like the duality within a person, like how someone could maybe like mess up one day but then be like good the other day. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, how can people be like these two, how can we have these two sides to us? And I think it's like teaching this person a lesson, and that's why the wheel is turning, right? Because it's like there is no, I don't want to say this, but it's like it's like relatively like perception wise, like what even is bad. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, it's like they dug themselves a hole thinking that, it's like they want this like perfection that does not exist. Do you know what I'm saying? And the journey is what it is, and people are who they are, and people fuck up, and people make mistakes, right? Maybe this is you, Virgo, like, you know, somebody messes up and you're just done with them. And maybe this is both of you. Again, I feel like it's both of you. It's like both of you are very hard on people, possibly. Both of you are very, like, you know, cutthroat when it comes to like cutting people out. But at the end of the day, it's like, no one's really perfect. And I'm not saying to like stay in abusive relationships. I'm not saying to like deal with toxicity. I'm just saying that like we're all human beings and we're all on this journey. We're all learning. And there are points in this like journey when we have been like not the greatest, right? And there are points in the journey when we have been, you know, doing really well and someone else wasn't. And you know what I'm saying? And I feel like love is really what's going to bring these two people together, because we have a lot of love here. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though like we have a lot of passion, and I feel like anger, to be honest. I feel like the hectic energy and this like enforcing what it should be versus what it really is what's causing the anger, because it's not as it should be. Do you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's like someone wants to impose like their rule over something, and the only people that have the rule over like life is the divine. Do you know what I'm saying? But so it's like someone wants to control everything and you can't. It's not what you want it to be. It just is what it is, right? Like it is what it is. People will make mistakes. People do fuck up. And I think understanding this is what's bringing these two people closer, right? These are like the lessons that we're learning as we go. There's integrity. There's learning about the dark and the light. There's adjusting the feminine and the masculine. And then here we go, right? Like for a long time, I feel like someone, again, we have this Two of Cups upright, and now we have this Two of Cups in reverse, right? And we have the Emperor here with the Devil and the Ace of Cups. It's like someone couldn't see, do you know what I'm saying, through this haze. Someone could not see the cup through the haze. And maybe it was the Emperor. Again, maybe it's both of you guys. It's like this desire for like the utmost love and respect and everything, but without understanding that what love I think really means is... What is love to me? This is such an interesting question. I don't think love is what like people say it is in like a fairy tale. I think love is pain. You know what I mean? That's my honest opinion. Like I think love is like the most beautiful thing in the world. It's what we all like wake up for. It's why we're like on these channels and shit. But at the end of the day, love is pain, because you're never gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Like the only way for love not to be painful is for you to 100% let go. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you're involved in a partnership, letting go seems very hard. But if you're able to let go and let your partner be who they are and you be who you are, and you two do your best and understand that there's going to be mistakes made by each person on that way, and you still decide to stick it through with like a person, that's like what love is to me. It's work. You know what I mean? It's work. It's beautiful work. It's beautiful pain. So what I'm saying, there's this thin line. And I just think it's really interesting how this person, like, for a long time, it's like they can't see that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they have this built up perception of what love should be and like what it is, and like that it has to be this perfect thing, or maybe this is you, Virgo, and it's not that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's work. It's people messing up. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit like that you can't control. You know, we're not God. We're not like the divine. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's another thing that these people are learning. And what's interesting here is that there is an ending. You know what I mean? And I think someone is finally ready to kind of, I think it's both of you. I think both of you have to realize that, like, I think both of you, in realizing like what love really is, and in realizing like what this Ace of Cups actually is, right? Like what is the Ace of Cups in actuality? It's not like this perception. It's like when people think of like heaven or, you know, hell, it's like they put like, you know, this like, oh, we're all gonna be angels and we're gonna fly in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how I feel like both of you looked at this Ace of Cups. But now I feel like the Ace of Cups is much more realistic to both of you. And I feel like that's what this Tower did to both of you guys, right? This Tower did this to both of you. It's like neither of your hands are clean. You know what I mean? Both of you guys, just because like you've made mistakes, that doesn't also mean that you don't have a good heart. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what this judgment is. It's not even a judgment, it's a release, right? It's like having it's like meeting with the divine and having them actually tell you what it really is. And it's like, oh, okay, now I get it. See what I'm saying? Now I finally see, you know what I mean? I see my part in the things that I've done. I see their role. I see my role. And at the end of the day, like, I still choose to love them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's love. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I see the mistakes that this person made and I made, and I still, like, care. Do you know what I'm saying? It's unconditional. There's no judgment, right? And yeah, love is the absence of judgment. So it's interesting that judgment is last with the Queen of Cups, because it's like love is the absence of judgment. And I think it's more of the idea that you guys are both just opening up to your hearts and realizing like that there is no room for judgment in love, right? And that, yeah, both of you guys are going to fuck up a lot. And yeah, maybe if you guys have a lot of work that you still had to do, how was it possible for you not to fuck up? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot of learning here. And I think it's just learning about this person and seeing it through their eyes has helped you learn about like love, and vice versa. And I think that this is like a really beautiful read, because it's people kind of getting out of the illusion of what love should be, and it's more of like what love actually is, right? And love, again, and it was like, what is love to you? Like, think about that question. Like, if anybody has actually really been in love and you know, felt it, I feel like you guys all know that it I feel like you would agree with me, but I don't know, write in the comments how you feel. But yeah, like, I feel like this 10 is like the end of this and the beginning of something brand new. And what's beautiful about this is that we have the emotions and the intellect upright, right? So it's like, after we've balanced out this masculine and feminine, now we can have this love, right? Like, now we're ready for this love, right? And it took a lot of work, it took a lot of time, right? I don't necessarily see even this Emperor like in reverse. I just see this someone who's like, what's the word? It's like, oh, I can't remember the word. Disillusioned, right? Someone who's just disillusioned, right? It's like, what's the point, right? That's what it felt like here. But I think at the end of this, there's the realization that like, it's like clearing of this disillusionment that this person had in their heart or in their soul, like this pain that they have. It's like, again, everything is being orchestrated by the divine, and it's not even like up to us to really like understand why things happen at the time that they happen and when they happen. But look at this freaking cup, yo, like he's holding. Do you know what I'm saying? They're holding the cup. They're like, okay, like you both really want the cup. We're gonna teach you what the cup really is. And now that you've learned what the cup actually is, do you still want the cup? And then it's like, okay, if you still both want the cup, then come here, right? Like, go to this door, and then you'll both receive the cup. But after learning all this painful shit about each other, after being betrayed, after being, you know, it's like all pain. But at the end of the day, like, it made you guys understand. I feel like now, like, you know what the cup really is, to be honest. It's like, this has been lessons in the cup. And it's really, you know, no one's going to really teach you that. You know what I mean? Just life and experience, right? And learning about yourself and like all the work that you still have to do at times, that, you know, the reasons you fuck up, the reasons they fuck up, like all the work that has to be done still, and then we still fuck up and we have to go back and do work. Do you know what I'm saying? We still have to heal. And it's like this never ending process. But I feel like at the end of this, it's kind of like, if you still want this cup after everything that you've learned, then you can have it. Right? And I feel like I think you guys both want it, to be honest, because here's the cup, right? It's like, do you still both want it? And I think the answer is going to be yes. So yeah, Virgo. After, I don't know why we had to go through everything you guys have been through. But I think it's really important, because this time around things are going to be different, because both people have truly like aligned. And I think both people are truly like, now when you say yes to the cup, it's like, you know what you're saying yes to, right? Yeah. Virgo, let's see if there's any divine feminines for you. This just fell out. Meow Shan, the Princess of Mercy, giving is receiving, the energy of the universe is merciful. Yeah, I think it's like, this is my card to forgive others, right? And I think that's something you guys all both had to also learn, like to forgive your partner and understand that they're not perfect, and understand that you're not perfect. And it's like, just as the universe is going to forgive you guys and put you, and maybe give you guys a miracle, right? Maybe bless you guys. Like, that's what it seems like you're about to get blessed, right? And it's like, we're not perfect, right? And I think it's really interesting. I didn't even look at the youth card, but now I'm seeing the youth card, and it's like they're giving the chance to start over again, you know, with this wand. And it's like, now it's not only the wand though, it's the cup. Like, you actually understand the cup. Do you know what I mean? And I think a lot of it has to do with forgiveness, to be honest. Like, that's the part maybe that you guys had to get at the very end, forgiveness, right? I think that's like the very big part, like maybe the biggest part of the cup. Like, it's easy to love, but is it easy to forgive? You know what I mean? Like, is it easy to like hear something that you don't want to hear and know? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many things that I just come into my head that I don't even want to think about. But yeah, it's like, if you can receive, like, if you can forgive just as the universe forgives, then you've truly learned, I feel like, the lesson of the cup and like what they wanted you to learn. And I think then you're going to be very much ready for this. It's like you're both choosing this cup, even though after all the shit. So yeah, Virgo, I love you guys so much. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.